No, I did not see it coming. I was getting ready for my prom, getting out the shower, and I got a call from Jay Brown, who works for Jay-Z, and he just told me, it was a nice run, kiddo, but, gotta let you go. So that was the end of it, and I just kept it to myself for like 6 months. I didn't want to tell anybody because I didn't want to deal with the questioning and all of that, so I just kept it to myself, and finally people started hearing it through the grapevine.
You kind of had a mentor relationship with Jay-Z during that time?
Yeah, he was definitely a mentor. He was like a father figure.
Lady of the Rock.
She's the princess.
The princess.
Yeah.
Okay, and what sets her apart as an artist from other R&B vocalists, female, that you think?
I just say she's young, you know what I'm saying? So the integrity and the truth in what she's saying, you know what I'm saying, mixed with how she's really a sweet, innocent girl if you speak to her, you know what I'm saying? But she's seen a lot, so her twist on it and her take on it is.
Do y'all remember how quickly Teairra Mari disappeared from the music scene? 1 minute, she was the princess of Rockefeller with all the options laid out in front of her, and the next, she's kicked to the curb by Jay-Z, while Rihanna, a fresh-faced newcomer from the Caribbean, is propped up as the next big thing. And if Jay-Z and Beyonce think they're going to get away with what they did just because Rihanna became such a massive star, they might be in for a rude awakening. Because Teairra Mari is still holding grudges. There's always been speculation about how Beyonce might have played a role in derailing Teairra's career, allegedly seeing her as a threat. So what really happened between them? Let's break it down.
Rihanna, and we had a showcase. And at the showcase, there were 2 artists performing. Her name is Teairra Mari, and she's a really sweet girl. And the truth is, I was paying a little more attention to her than I was to Rihanna. After the showcase, Beyonce just gave me one of those looks, and he said, that Rihanna girl, she's a beast. And she looked away, right? And I was like, so I did a Rihanna double take. But it wasn't as though I didn't believe in Rihanna. I love that girl, right? But I paid a little more attention when Beyonce said.
One thing folks have been saying is there's no such thing as a morally upright billionaire. They must have stepped on some heads to climb that high. The way Jay-Z and Beyonce moved, especially in the early 2000s, keeps adding fuel to that. Fire. Soon after turning 16, Teairra Mari was thrust into the spotlight when she was signed to Def Jam by L.A. Reid. Her mentor, Big Mike of KISS Productions, shopped her demo to music execs, and the moment L.A. Reid heard her sing, he believed. She was destined to be the next big star. Even Def Jam's A&R exec, Shakir Stewart, was blown away, saying, Teairra was a star when she walked into the room. She captured the room during her audition. We fell in love with her from day one. Teairra had everything: youth, beauty, and an urban look that L.A. Reid and Jay-Z thought would make her stand out in the market. When she released her debut single, Make Her Feel Good, it did insane numbers, cementing the belief that she was the label's golden ticket. Jay-Z co-signed her, calling her the Princess of Rock and showcasing her at public events, making it clear that Teairra Mari was the one to watch. Even when Rihanna arrived on the scene, hungry to prove herself, Def Jam's execs weren't prioritizing her. Sure, Pon de Replay was a hit, but the label poured most of its resources into Teairra Mari, leaving Rihanna to fend for herself. That dynamic would have continued, but everything changed with just a few words from Beyonce. At the time, Beyonce was already a megastar. Her debut solo album, Dangerously in Love, was dominating the charts, and Destiny's Child was still wildly successful. Her influence in the R&B space carried significant weight. According to L.A. Reid, there was an in-house showcase at Def Jam, and Beyonce happened to be present. After the performances, Beyonce approached Reid and simply said, "Rihanna is a beast." That one comment flipped the script. Rihanna began to get the full backing of Def Jam, with Jay-Z co-signing her and the label shifting its focus to building her career. Suddenly, Rihanna's praises for Beyonce began pouring out, with her publicly stating that every artist should aspire to be like her. While it might have seemed genuine, many speculated it was strategic. Rihanna likely recognized that Def Jam's sudden attention wasn't random. Meanwhile, Teairra Mari, once the golden child of Def Jam, was being pushed aside. Her career, which seemed destined for greatness, unraveled almost overnight, leaving her to wonder what really happened. Rihanna's rise coincided with Beyoncé's influence behind the scenes, sparking rumors that Beyoncé's subtle endorsement may have sealed Teairra's fate. Interestingly, despite their shared connection through Jay-Z, Rihanna and Beyoncé never collaborated. Many have wondered why the two never worked together, even at the height of Rihanna's career. Their dynamic remains complex, with speculation about whether they are friendly rivals or something closer to frenemies. For Teairra Mari, the fallout left her career derailed and riddled with questions about what could have been. Rihanna, meanwhile, ascended to superstardom, with Def Jam's full backing and Beyoncé's subtle push giving her the platform to dominate.
I'm a big fan of Beyonce.
I love her.
And so has she given you any kind of advice or...
Yeah, she actually wrote me this cute little letter and she signed it with her autograph. It was so cute. When I first met her, and she wrote, she was telling me just let loose when you perform and just have fun and be in control. Definitely. I just thought she was, well, the first thing I saw, was her beauty and how beautiful she was. And then I listened to her music and I loved her music. She's incredibly talented. I think she's what every female artist should strive to be or strive to be like, because she, despite all her success, she still remains.
Right.
How was it like meeting her?
I could not speak.
Really?
Really. That's someone I really looked up to for a long time. And it was after one of my showcases, and he was introducing me to everyone from the label. Then he finally said, okay, one more person. And there she was. And I could not speak.
And she gave you some advice?
Yes, she did. She just told me to, when I get on stage, let loose, have fun, and be in control.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to let it go.
No.
Because she'd be like, what? You know how she does it.
But according to Teairra Mari, pushing Rihanna to the front of the line at Def Jam was one of the worst mistakes Beyoncé could have ever made. Just like L.A. Reid, Beyoncé knew that Teairra was very talented, and that was the problem. According to several theories and reports, Beyoncé saw Teairra as a potential threat to her brand. With Teairra's sound and style closely mirroring Beyoncé's, she allegedly believed that Teairra could pose a problem for her dominance in the R&B space down the line. Rather than letting that competition grow, it's rumored that Beyoncé decided to cut it at the root before things got messy.
What happened was I got dropped from Rockefeller on my prom day.
Oh.
They didn't
ready
know.
for the prom?
Yeah, honey, getting ready. I was putting lotion on my legs, got a phone call, ring, ring. Hey, yeah, we're gonna be letting you go. I was like, oh. I didn't even tell anybody that day. But, I was depressed for a little minute. I got back up. I was only 18 years of age, so it was time to get back up, get back out there, and just show my resilience. And that's what I'm doing now. And I'm here, new deal with Warner Brothers, for real, so God is...
The story of Teairra Mari is one of the most controversial and heartbreaking tales in the music industry. From being touted as the Princess of Rockefeller to becoming an afterthought in the shadow of Rihanna's meteoric rise, Teairra's journey is a reminder of how ruthless the music business can be. Her career started off with immense promise, and the comparisons to Beyoncé in both style and sound were immediate. In fact, Def Jam leaned into those comparisons, going so far as to give Teairra Beyoncé's parts from Destiny's Child's hit song Lose My Breath as a nod to her potential. When Teairra's debut album, Rockefeller Records Presents Teairra Mari, dropped, critics weren't shy about pointing out the similarities. Christian Horde from Rolling Stone wrote, "Apparently Jay-Z just can't get enough of Beyoncé, having scored the real deal as his girlfriend. The Def Jam press is releasing records from a couple of pretty young things who obviously spent some time studying Miss B's playbook." Such a comparison, while complimentary to Teairra's talent, was reportedly not something Beyoncé appreciated, especially as she was just solidifying her solo career. What really complicated matters was Rihanna's emergence around the same time. Initially seen as a one-hit wonder following her breakout single Pon de Replay, Rihanna quickly proved everyone wrong, securing her spot as a global superstar. For Beyoncé, hearing Rihanna's name being mentioned in the same breath as hers, and sometimes even being hailed as potentially more successful, reportedly came as a shock. This dynamic was further complicated by whispers of Rihanna and Jay-Z being too close, with Jay-Z's past infidelity fueling rumors of tension between him, Beyoncé, and Rihanna. As tensions grew among the industry's biggest names, Teairra Mari became collateral damage. In an emotional twist, Teairra found out she was dropped from the label while preparing for her prom, a gut-wrenching moment that shattered her trust in the people she considered family. Teairra reportedly saw Jay-Z as a father figure and viewed Beyonce and Rihanna as extended family, so the decision to drop her without even a conversation left her deeply hurt. It was also a stark reminder of the lack of loyalty in the music business. Teairra tried to rebuild her career by signing with Warner Brothers and releasing new music, but the momentum was never the same. Def Jam had marketed her as a teenage R&B,